Before we begin this video, I just want to say I just created a Twitter. You can follow me there if you'd like. I will be active there a lot. I also have a Discord, so you can follow me there or join. We can have debates, talk. Jean-Paul Sartre was a philosopher who believed life does not have set in built purpose. He believed you are able to create your own meaning, but with freedom. But there does come a lot of challenges. In life, we decide what path we want to go. We are free to make decisions on our own. Sometimes our decisions might not be rational in the moment, but the reality is we are not destined for anything. So this means you cannot blame anyone for your failure. But there is something powerful about this as well. If you are a failure, you can change this because you can choose your own path. So the next time you catch yourself blaming others for not achieving a goal that you set, realize this is your fault and you can change this. But just remember to be realistic with your goals. If you are an average guy, I don't think you should try and become a doctor. Sartre talks about radical freedom, which means you get to choose how you act or think. Example could be you're at work and a customer is being rude to you. You could react in two ways. The first approach is you quit your job and you find a new job, but you will probably run into this situation again. Or you can ignore what the customer says and just serve them so they can go back to their miserable life afterwards. This is powerful because since we humans are rational and are free, we can choose how we react to any situation. We can either react good or bad. The choice is in our hands. Sartre would call this our radical freedom. Hell is other people, which basically means we feel like we are trapped by how people see us and how we feel judged, misunderstood, and stuck living in their idea of who we are. We have all been here before. It's basically the feeling you get when you pretend you are not free because you do not want to face the hard choices in life. This could be as simple as, I do not want to change because I am afraid of failure. Another one could be, is you get complacent and you get overweight. You lose motivation and turn to bad substances like drugs to get rid of your problems because you do not see any other way out of this. And you tell yourself, this is just how life is. And you forget to look at the reality and see that you do have a choice and you can change this bad habit into something positive. Sartre talks about how we should look towards freedom. Sartre did not believe in a God or a cosmic plan. This means you have to have your own meaning in life by doing things that matter to you. Sartre believed that life is absurd and random, so there is no purpose. Everyone in life will have a different purpose. Some of you watching this might find writing is your purpose, and there is nothing wrong with that. I think this might sound depressing because what is the point, you might be thinking to yourself, but this is also freeing because this gives you the ability to decide what matters to you. Life is brutal and you will go through hardships to get your end goal, which could be anything. And the question you should ask yourself is, the thing you are doing right now, is this your life purpose? Or is it simply to waste time? Just a reminder, we all have the same amount of hours in a day, which is 24. And we decide and choose what we do with our time. And this is what makes winners versus losers. So I want you to ask yourself something. Are you a winner or are you a loser? Are you going to keep wasting your time on useless things that will not get you closer to your goal? Or are you going to be a winner? Are you going to be a winner and achieve your goals, chase your goals? This is not about passion. This is about goals and realistic expectations, right? If you like writing, I want you to write every single day. I want you to write hundreds of pages every single day. Because it's like what Alex Hormozy says. There is no such thing as passion. You fall in love with something after you get good at it. Does that make sense? After you become good at something, that is when you fall in love with something. Until then, you're going to suck at it and you're going to hate it. Some people find their passion early on, They're like, hey, I'm good at music. And they become passionate. But majority of us don't find our passion until we get very, very good at something. This means you suck for a very, very long time before you are able to get good at it. And then you fall in love with it. That is real passion. In life, people will judge you for the things you do or say. Some of you think we should not live authentic and instead become a teacher because your parents or someone who matters to you said so. And instead of doing what you like, which is to go and become a police officer, you let society and people's opinions get in the way of what feels right for you. And instead, you do not live authentic. Sartre would say that authenticity makes you feel alive, but it takes courage to ignore these opinions. In life, people will doubt you no matter what. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Until you show something that shows proof that you are able to do whatever you are trying to do, people will doubt. If you were to say, hey, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and you tell everyone, they might not say it to your face. They might wait, but most people will doubt because most people do not want to see you succeed or do something that it makes them basically feel, they want to feel comfortable, right? So if you tell them, hey, I'm starting a new YouTube channel, and they doubt you, it's only because they want you to feel how they feel, right? Because if you do blow up, then it makes them feel like, why didn't I take a risk? Why did I become complacent? Why did I start eating junk food and let my health go down the drain? Why did I not pursue something that I really liked? Why did I not take a big risk? And many people will not take risk in life. That's why there's so few people at the top, the elites, right? And it's a harsh truth, it's a hard pill to swallow, I guess you could say, because until you actually do it, people will doubt you. But after you do it, that's when you get everyone supporting you or saying, I believed in you. And genuinely, some of them might have, but you'll know who did believe you if they did not doubt you when you said what you were going to do. Instead, they supported you. They said, hey, I think that's a good idea. Hey, I think you can do that. You like writing? Okay, well, why don't you write for news journals and, for people so you can make money? Be useful for a society or anything like that, then yeah, it is kind of useless, I mean, like the end goal is happiness, but also it is, you want to make money. You want to be able to support yourself. But basically what I'm saying is that people will doubt you no matter what. That's just something you have to get over. And people's opinion it makes it harder to pursue the things that you do want to do. Because it does, everyone likes comfortable. I mean, but there's a reason why, I'm going to say it like this, maybe it's easier to understand. The losers and the winners. You need to associate yourself with the winners. You might not be around winners. You might be around winners. But if you don't associate yourself with winners, you will become complacent. And you will fall right in the line of the losers. And you will make excuses. And you will not look at the reality that you can change your life. You can change everything. Sure, You can't change your IQ. You can't change your height unless you inject yourself or something like that, right? But that's like external things that you can't control. And that's stuff that you honestly shouldn't worry about, because you could read and that can help you. You can watch videos and that can help you. You shouldn't worry about that because life's not fair. So getting mad because this guy's 6'8" or this guy's a genius and you're not, it's irrelevant, because like you can't get mad about that, if that makes sense. Sure, you can be jealous, and many people are, but what I mean by this bad faith is that you need to realize that you can change at any moment. If you're about to pick up a drug, you can tell yourself, no, don't pick up that drug. And you won't pick up the drug. Sartre said, hell is other people, which means other people's judgments can make you feel trapped. But you need to be able to be yourself, even when dealing with others' expectations. This goes back to your childhood. When you are a kid, you are afraid of being bullied. And this makes you not be yourself and instead be something that you are truly not. In life, humans have been very good at mimicking other humans to survive, but also to fit in. But this is something I think you should keep in the back of your mind. Because in life, I think we fall into this trap where we think we are going to live forever, and we forget that our time is coming. Everyone you know, and including yourself, is going to die. Other people's opinion should not be your reason for not changing. But when I say other people's opinions, I mean if someone is telling you not to take a risk, just remember I'm talking about realistic situations, not unrealistic or outrageous things. But most people like the feeling of complacent and comfortable. But this is very bad for us. If you want to change and improve your life and become who you know who you truly are, you have to change and ignore the bad habits and opinions. Because the only reason they're judging is because you are taking a risk that they did not take. And this makes them feel better about themselves. If they can get you to do the same thing that they did. Now, I do want to be clear. This message is not to follow your passion, because I do not believe in that. I think this will lead you astray. I think people only say follow your passion after they have really got good at something or a skill, and this is now their purpose. So I am passionate about this thing because I've put so much time and effort into this one thing. I've done multiple volumes to the point where I'm now passionate about this. The reality is this. It's easier said than done. Just like I can tell you what to do to lose weight. But even with the information I give you, it's on you to go to the gym and actually do everything I tell you. This is the hardest part. It's easier said than done. And this is a trap. You need to strip away your mind from this and just do it. If you would just do it and not wait for the perfect moment to start, because there is no perfect moment unless you start now. But you make excuses like, I can't because I am busy. Well, that is the perfect time because you assume you will never be busy. So this was just a rant, but the main message from John Paul Sartre is basically you're free to choose your actions and create your own meaning in life, because there is no set purpose or a God. But freedom is scary because you are responsible for every decision you make, and you should not blame others because you are free and you choose your path. Nothing is destined. This means we can choose our own life meaning instead of God handing it to us. I might have went on rants. I apologize. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what other video you would like to hear next. And be sure to follow my Twitter and join my Discord.